Wall Street veteran Bernard Madoff has been arrested and charged with running a $50 billion Ponzi scheme.
Congress wants to know what caused the Enron meltdown.
Now, while the collective rage currently is focused on WorldCom,
Tyco CEO Dennis Kozlowski was convicted of looting hundreds of millions of dollars.
This is one of the biggest fraud cases ever.
Their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
Find out more on this week's episode of White Collars, Red Hands.
We've all heard the phrase, keeping up with the Joneses. When you have less and everyone else around you has more, you become green with envy and have to think of ways to get what you don't have. Well, despite money being the root of all evil, you need more of it. And so you go to the bank and you get a loan. But what if you don't have enough money to get the loan? You tell a little white lie, and unlike Pinocchio, your nose does not grow, and you get your money. But unlike George Washington and his cherry tree, you continue to let that lie grow and grow until it ultimately consumes you. The couple we talk about today let greed overwhelm them like 1,000 waves in the ocean until their buoy couldn't last the storm, and ultimately they sank. Find out what happens on this week's episode of White Collars, Red Hands.
What I'm laughing about is that I know, yes, I could tell you were trying to make this intro like I do my intros.
I was.
I'm laughing because you told me that there were a lot of puns in it. And I'm like, okay.
It wasn't that funny.
Yeah, I was waiting for the puns, but what you meant were just metaphors. It was just a bunch of metaphors.
I said
you didn't
pun.
even know what you were putting in there.
I said pun and I meant metaphor. I know what I meant.
Great.
I know what I meant.
Because I had read the intro before too. I was like, I really didn't notice any puns. You know, I was like, maybe it's her delivery. Maybe then I'll recognize the puns.
It wasn't
even a pun in there.
No, I meant metaphor and I said pun. Oops.
I'm not having pun. Let's move on.
Well, welcome to another episode of White Collars, Red Hands. This is Kashan Bachelador, and I am Nina Kern. And this week, we are going back to reality television.
My favorite.
Which is Kashan's favorite place to be.
Yeah, I'm super knowledgeable about it, actually.
He loves...
Go ahead, message me your questions. I'm an expert.
If there's anything that Kashan absolutely loves, it's celebrity gossip.
Of course.
Pop culture.
Love it.
And keeping up with times.
Yep. All of it. The only publication that I get news from is TMZ and E. Is E still a thing?
Yep.
And E.
People Magazine, Us Weekly, he has it all.
Yep.
He loves
That's it.
All of that. And what we're going to be talking about today is actually Kashan's favorite show. We are going to be talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Just setting me up for failure this whole time. People are going to be like, Kashan's going to, like, people, this is their first episode. They're like, Kashan's going to drop some knowledge on
Yeah, okay.
the Real Housewives.
Kashan hates reality TV. He hates celebrity gossip. I love these things because I am a small-minded individual.
I don't know if I hate it. No, I hate it. Yeah, no, I'm taking it back. I said that because I was like, I don't want to hate it. No, I hate it.
No, he doesn't like it.
I don't.
I will say, though, I have never watched Real Housewives of New Jersey.
It's fair.
I am not big on the New Housewives franchise. However, they do tend to commit white collar crimes. So this is our second Real Housewives episode. First one was Erica Jane.
Wait, New Jerseyans or housewives commit crime? Both?
The Real Housewives. The cast members of Real Housewives.
All right, you heard it here. Housewives are more likely to commit financial crimes.
And drug crimes.
Only if it's popping a couple Valium before their husbands get home.
Or Xans. But anyways, a little background on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. It aired May 12th, 2009 on Bravo. So far, it has 11 complete seasons. And like all the other Housewives series, it focuses on the lives of rich women who live in New Jersey.
Wait, they do these they do each one for multiple seasons? I thought it was like a one and done thing. I thought it was like they did a season of like people in a certain place. They've done 11 seasons of this?
Of this one, yeah.
Oh my, you got to run out of stuff, right? Like how much?
No, because they keep doing dumb shit.
Oh my God. It's just fake by now. They're just like...
It's so cute that you thought that.
I thought it was like The Bachelor, where there was like a season and there was like a bachelor And then it was done
there's
after
Real
a season.
There's Real Housewives of New Jersey, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I think there's a few more.
They got to get one in the Midwest. I want to see the Real Housewives of Detroit.
They might have something in the Midwest. There's one internationally that I saw today on the list.
All of them are corn heiresses.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. They're
corn heiresses.
Corn heiresses. They're like
they're going to inherit
a corn empire. Yeah.
Hell yeah! And as of today, it has its 12th season. It started its 12th season and has 215 episodes. 215 episodes of just the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
And there's people out there that have watched every episode of all of them.
Yeah.
And just if that's you and you're listening to this, go touch some grass, you freak. Go do something.
I mean, it's pretty popular because each episode usually has over 1 million views.
All right.
Pretty good. Very good. And the premiere of season 12 led all of cable on February 1st, 2022.
Like that day? Okay, I was about to say, I was like, ever?
No. But today, we are going to be focusing on one particular cast member and her family, Teresa Guidice.
Which I already mentioned is the worst way to pronounce this name.
To be fair, I thought it was Guidice.
I thought it was Guidice.
It's Guidice. I watched multiple things that said it's Guidice. Not only has Teresa been on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, but she has also appeared on The Celebrity Apprentice and has multiple cookbooks.
Cookbooks?
Yep. And I also want it noted that her husband, Joe, has very downward-facing nipples.
What?
Yeah, I saw a picture of him shirtless, and they're like this.
They look like birds trying to get water out of a water bowl.
Yes.
Gross.
Yeah, little thirsty birdie nipples. His nipples look like his children breastfed from him. Like, it looks like he breastfed his children.
Hey, men have nipples, so they can breastfeed.
Moving on.
Anything with nipples can breastfeed.
All right, so Teresa and Joe Guidice. Actually, his real name is Giuseppe, but he goes by Joe.
Giuseppe? Oh, so he's just got the most Italian name ever.
Yeah. Giuseppe Guidice.
All right.
I think
that was a character in The Godfather Part 2.
It probably was. So both of them are Italian immigrants. Teresa was born here and is first-generation American. Her husband, Joe, actually was born in Italy, but he immigrated to the United States when he was just a year old. The couple knew each other their entire lives, but they were married in October of 1999. The theme of their wedding was Shakespeare in Love, based off of the famous movie that Gwyneth Paltrow is in.
Wait, when did that movie come out?
In the 90s.
Really? It's that old?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And their first dance song was to a 98 Degrees song. And these two things will tell you probably everything you need to know about them.
Meanwhile, just all the men or all the women are dressing as men so they can get roles in plays.
Yeah. Anyways. But
I'm guessing that's what they meant by Shakespeare in Love was their themes, that they just had all the women cross-dress. That's what I choose to believe. And
okay.
I will not be taking any
I
notes on that.
I didn't see any pictures. I think it was very
Well, yeah, pictures didn't
romantic.
Pictures didn't exist
Oh
when
yeah,
Shakespeare
they
was
didn't.
alive.
I thought you meant at the Giudice's wedding.
No, they
I was
didn't.
like, they had pictures in 1999.
No, they didn't exist in the 1500s. So they didn't have pictures
They
there.
had paintings though.
And actually, a third of their wedding guests died of the plague.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then everyone who had a child died before the age of 7.
Yeah, they stuck to the theme. It was really cool.
It's really cool how they pissed in pots and threw it out the sides of the windows at the reception hall.
Yeah. And they beheaded a royal at the end too. It was really cool.
Oh, well, fun. But according to an article from People magazine, the two almost didn't go through with their wedding. Teresa didn't want to get married because Joe wanted her to sign a prenup, which she ended up reluctantly signing. She said she felt as though he didn't have enough money to be asking her to sign a prenup, and she took offense that he even asked her.
I feel like prenup should almost just be mandatory.
I mean, maybe.
Just like whatever you had before, if you leave, that's what you got. And,
Yeah.
and whatever you get while you're together, you split.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Extremely fair.
I think that's very fair.
I think it shouldn't be optional. I think you should just do it. And then you wouldn't have to have this argument of be like, oh, it's because you don't love me. It's like, nah, man, this is insurance. Like anything could happen. We could have a child. That child could pass away, which, even though you might love each other, now it's ruined your relationship. And you just, it reminds you every day of that child you had. That's dark, but
Jesus Christ.
It's dark, but it's something that could happen. And you got to think about it. Just sign a prenup.
Well, speaking of children, they have 4 children together, Gia, Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana.
They have all women.
Yeah, all girls.
4 daughters.
Yeah.
And they all named them like they were going to be international models. So
they look like international models. They're all very beautiful.
All still alive?
To my knowledge.
Okay,
they did not stick with the theme of their wedding.
Yeah, 4 daughters that live? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You didn't put one of them in a nunnery?
None of them are in a nunnery.
Did not stick to the theme. This is awful.
Did not stick to the theme of the wedding. And before gaining fame on Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa worked at Macy's as an associate buyer. She actually went to Berkeley College for fashion merchandising, Berkeley College is a very good school.
Oh, nice.
And then Joe was an entrepreneur who at one point owned a construction company, a laundromat business, and a pizza restaurant. But
great.
After gaining success on Real Housewives, Joe eventually relied on Teresa's success on the show to fund his lifestyle.
The pizza business wasn't bringing in the dough anymore?
Wasn't bringing in the dough. It flopped.
Oh, man.
It was real thin crust.
His construction company was no longer building his portfolio.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no, it wasn't. He had to wash himself clean of his laundry business.
We got it. We got all 3. That's
we did
all
them.
that
We did them. We did. Now, like many stories that we cover on this podcast, the couple started to spend well beyond their means and they found themselves in financial trouble. And this is where things go wrong. So right around the time that they went on Real Housewives of New Jersey, the couple filed for bankruptcy in 2009.
Bad timing.
There was supposed to be an auction for their furniture that was supposed to happen, but then the couple withdrew their petition for bankruptcy. So they were like,
you can do that?
I didn't know you could do that, but apparently you can.
I guess if you just come into a large sum of money, you're like, well, never mind.
Yeah. It is said that at the time of filing for bankruptcy, they owed $104,000 in credit cards and $85,600 in home repairs.
I can't imagine being $100,000 or almost $200,000 in debt. But every single person who goes to college in America does. So there you go.
Yeah.
I went to
Joe
college,
claimed that they were about $11 million in debt.
Oh, woof.
But I couldn't confirm this.
Okay. I'm about to say, honestly, I thought that's not that much. I mean, it's a lot, don't get me wrong, but when you own like multiple businesses and stuff.
Right. And you
can just sell the business for that, right?
I mean, and to get on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, any of these Real Housewives shows, you have to have an extremely extravagant lifestyle.
Yeah.
So when I saw that they were only about $200,000 in debt, I was like, well, that's not that much. Like, I mean, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Anyone who buys a home is that much in debt, technically.
Correct.
They're paying it off, but
Correct.
they are that much in debt.
But that was just in their credit cards and home repairs. It's not a mortgage. That's not.
Maybe they own their home. I don't know.
I don't know. But it wasn't until 2013 when shit really hit the fan. Now, in July of 2013, the couple was charged in a conspiracy to defraud lenders and legally obtain mortgages and other bank loans.
Illegally, I would like to point out.
Did I say legally?
You said legally.
Oh, no. They wanted to illegally obtain.
They tried to 100% by the book, under the law, obtain mortgages and other bank loans. We just figured we'd mention that.
Yeah. No. They illegally tried to do all these things. They also allegedly hid assets and income during their bankruptcy case.
I mean, it sounds like it if he said they were $11 million in debt, but they said they were only $200,000 in debt.
Right. Exactly. There was a 39-count indictment that claimed that the couple committed mail fraud, wire fraud, made false statements on loan applications, and bankruptcy fraud.
Well, yeah. I mean, they committed mail fraud at their wedding, just like Gwyneth Paltrow committed mail fraud in
Shakespeare in Love.
Shakespeare in Love.
Does she pretend to be a man to be on the show?
Yes, that's like
a
big old thing.
I never seen the movie.
I was wondering why that fell so flat with you. I'm like, this is what the concept of the movie. What are you talking about?
I thought she fucked Shakespeare. I thought that's what the whole movie was about.
She wants to be an actor, But they only let men act, even the female parts.
Yeah. Oh. I thought this was just about her and Shakespeare fucking.
No, I don't even think
thought
she...
it was
I don't
like-
even think she... I don't even remember her having sex with Shakespeare. I think it was all about her wanting to be... And then maybe... Is it Shakespeare she falls in love with? She falls in love with somebody, but I don't even know if it's Shakespeare.
Oh, I thought this was like the other Boleyn girl where the whole movie is just Henry VIII fucking the two Boleyn sisters. I thought that's what Shakespeare in Love was. I thought he was just having sex with Gwyneth Paltrow the whole time.
Hold up. Henry VIII fucked Anne Boleyn's sister?
I think so. It's called The Other Boleyn Girl.
I don't
know. Natalie Portman's in it. It's actually a very good movie.
All right. Anyway.
There was a period of time where I would put that on every single night when I went to sleep.
Moving on from period piece movies, I guess.
All right. So anyway, it is always mail fraud. I don't know how,
I think it's just one of the things they can get you for.
Yeah.
Like you send something in the mail.
Well, the couple, they pleaded not guilty to these charges.
Of course.
And it was discovered that from September 2001 through September 2008, there was a lot of shit that happened. Teresa applied for a mortgage loan that was around $121,000. When she submitted the loan application, she said that she was employed as an executive assistant. But this was not true. She was actually unemployed at the time. And she submitted fake W-2s and fake pay stubs from her employer to get the loan.
She had time to doctor financial documents?
I don't even know how you do that. This is before Adobe.
Microsoft Publisher, bro.
In 2001?
Yeah.
I was just using Paint on the
Hey,
Windows
if you're
95.
skilled in Paint, you can do a lot of stuff in Paint.
I guess that's true.
So
Yeah, but she made all these fake documents and she got her loan.
it was probably easier to do then somehow. I don't know, because there's probably less security or something. Or
yeah.
They can't check stuff, right? I mean, the internet is still in its infancy.
Yes, and it makes me think of the Z Best episode. I forget that guy's name, but
Barry Minkow.
yeah, Barry Minkow, how they were like forging all those like jobs that he had done. Mm-hmm. And it was in the 80s, so like they had no way to like check it.
Or we were just talking about, just last week, we talked about Satyam computers. And that's how they did. They just falsified invoices.
Yeah.
It's because like no one, if there's no one literally, because it takes a lot of work to go in and like call these people and see if they're actually did the jobs and stuff. So people are usually just like,
Yeah.
They look like they're doing them.
Yeah, and I mean, she looks like a regular lady, like she looks like a nice lady, I guess. Why would she lie?
She looks like a gremlin. What are you talking about? She looks like a nice lady.
I mean,
she looks like she's going to offer me to eat an apple and I'm going to fall asleep. All right?
Yeah, but then you can get kissed without your consent, so.
Hell yeah. Don't you love fairy tales written in the mid 20th century?
Love fairy tales.
Oh man.
Hot. And then in July of 2005, the couple also applied for a loan that was over $360,000. The couple falsely stated again that Teresa was a realtor and made $15,000 a month when again she wasn't employed.
Oh, so she's an executive assistant and a realtor.
Yeah, well 4 years later she became a realtor.
Wait, really?
No, that's what they're saying.
Oh.
They lied. They lied. And here's my thing. Like, you don't have the income for this. You don't have $15,000 a month coming in. Why are you taking out the loan?
Sephora's expensive.
Yeah, you can go on a payment plan.
Oh, you fucking kidding me? You can get a payment plan at Sephora?
Well, you can get
put this mascara on layaway, bro. What the fuck?
First of all, Afterpay. Have you never heard of Afterpay? Second of all,
no, I got money to pay for my shit.
I've never used Afterpay, but I know what it is. And then
it's a credit card.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you can get the Sephora credit card, and then you are paying it off monthly.
I guess.
Yeah. I need that Better Than Sex mascara, bro.
Is that what it's called?
There is a mascara that's called Better Than Sex. It is a good mascara. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's about $25 a tube.
As advertised?
What do you mean as advertised?
Is it better than sex? I just didn't want to.
Depends on who the sex is with. Yeah, honestly, there's a couple people that the tube of mascara was better than them.
Damn, to all of Nina's exes listening to this so they can hear her voice one last time. Sorry, bro.
I mean, honestly, I could take the tube and do more with that tube than they ever could do to me.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, that seemed like a personal attack. Woof. Ooh. Yikes.
Plus, if you get the 2-pack, tie them together.
Tie him together. You're going off the rails, all right?
Tie them together with a hair tie.
No, a hair tie? Disgusting. Let's get this train back on the rails, bro. Come on.
Money.
Great.
The Guidices. Okay, so remember when they filed for bankruptcy in 2009?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, during that time, we really derailed a little bit. So
We?
Okay. Anyway, me. And during that time that the bankruptcy hearings were going down, there was actually several amendments to their bankruptcy petition before they withdrew it.
Okay.
Which was weird. The Guidices were supposed to disclose all of their assets, liabilities, incomes, and anticipated increased income.
Classic bankruptcy filing.
Well, the couple intentionally did not disclose a business that they owned, rental property income, and they also did not disclose Teresa's true income on Real Housewives of New Jersey or the money that was made from website sales and in-person appearances and magazine appearances.
The Guidices, that's illegal. You can't do that, kids.
No, and they also did not disclose the anticipated income increase for the upcoming season of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Which I feel like even in 2009, you could have just figured that one out. The courts could have figured that one out. But here we are.
Those public prosecutors, they got a lot to do. I don't know.
Well, and they also falsely testified under oath in the bankruptcy proceedings when they were questioned about their assets and income. Now, it also came to light that Joe did not file tax returns from 2004 to 2008, where he made about $1 million.
Okay, that one they're going to figure out. You can't just not file taxes.
Right.
The government kind of cares about that.
They do.
It's like the thing they care about the most. They want your money.
The most. Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah. No, they're just stupid. This whole thing, I was the whole time I was researching this, I was you guys are just stupid. You weren't even clever.
Oh, but did you expect the people that are on the Real Housewives of New Jersey to be the most intelligent criminal masterminds of all time?
Maybe not of all time, but they make more money than me and they have nicer stuff than me.
There are a lot of stupid rich people.
That's true.
It's actually really disheartening when you meet a rich person and they're just so fucking dumb and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
How and why? Daddy's money is usually the answer, but still, come on, man.
And in November of 2013, Joe also stood trial for using birth certificates and marriage certificates that belonged to his brother in order to obtain a driver's license in 2010. You can't do that. You can't do that. He did this because he got a DUI and his license was suspended for a year.
So he got a license in his brother's name?
I think so.
And then just used it?
Yeah.
Just get a fake, they're going to figure it out, right? If they,
well, that's what I was, yeah. I guess they didn't.
Because I guess if they search it up, your picture is going to come up because that's the one in the system, right?
Yeah,
I guess
but
if
then
you
I
have
was
a brother
how do you have a brother that
doesn't have a driver's license?
Does his brother not have a driver's license?
Yeah,
that wasn't clear. I also feel like everything they did, it wouldn't be that hard to catch them, you know? I mean, they did get caught, but...
Yeah, people just aren't looking for this most of the time.
I guess that's true.
People will, if given the opportunity, people will do nothing because it's easier to do nothing in most scenarios.
Yeah, that's true. But what also is really weird to me is that they did all this stuff. You lied about your bankruptcy stuff. You know that you lied under oath. You know you didn't file your taxes. You know you have a license that isn't in your name. And then you go and you intentionally put yourself in the spotlight.
Yeah, that's bad.
Why would you do that? That doesn't make sense.
If you get popular someday for anything, you better have lived your whole life anticipating that moment. Well, because something's going to happen.
And you're going on a cable television show. People are going to see, people are going to see how you're living. They're, somebody's going to see this and be like, whoa. It doesn't add up.
Whoa. I like this New York cop that you just summoned.
I'm from New Jersey.
Hey, this doesn't add up. All right? Something's wrong here. You living in this big old house? And you got your bankruptcy in going on?
No.
You're coming to downtown. You're coming to the station.
Nada. But according to the judge who tried them, Esther Salas, the couple did not come to court with their probation reports properly filled out. They were like, hey, this is fishy. Come to court. Fill out these documents. And they didn't fill them out right.
Huh.
They didn't.
In their defense, this time, those things can be confusing.
Well, according to the judge, there was still $75,000 worth of missing items, according to the reports of their financial information. $25,000. Wow, what the fuck is wrong with me today? Okay. The items that they left off included ATVs, a 1997 Corvette, and furnishings that totaled $25,000.
I think if you added up the value of everything in my house, it still wouldn't be worth $25,000.
Oh, God, no.
And just their furniture
was
worth $25,000. And just the furniture they left off was worth $25,000. I got this couch at a Habitat for Humanity for $99.
Yeah, my couch I got on Facebook Marketplace for $150. Honestly, every single piece of furniture in my home is from Facebook Marketplace. Them leaving out all this money or all these items, it ended up costing the couple. And the Guidices ended up having to revoke their not guilty plea and plead guilty.
Never a good look.
No. And on October 2nd, 2014, it was ruled that Teresa would serve 15 months in prison and that Joe would spend 41 months in prison and also face potential deportation since he wasn't an American citizen despite living in the country since he was 1 year old.
What? He has like 3 businesses and all of this stuff and he never became an American citizen?
Mm-mm. Idiot.
What?
Yeah.
Well, at least he can't be president.
Cannot be president.
She can, though. So you better watch out for her presidential race.
Teresa Guidice, 2024.
Was she a felon? Was this a felony? Felons can't be president, right? Is that true?
Probably.
Well, they can't vote, so right? So they probably can't hold public office.
They can't hold public
So they both can't be presidents.
They were also ordered to forfeit $414,588, and then Joe was fined an additional $10,000, and Teresa was fined an additional $8,000.
This is weird, because isn't she making more money than him?
Mm-hmm.
So why is he getting all the bigger fines?
Because he's not a citizen.
Wow.
I don't know. I made that up.
So the courts are sexist and racist.
Yeah.
Well, actually, now that I think about that statement,
yes, they are. Well,
so
and the judge was a woman too, so she's like, "Fuck men,
get his ass,
get him." And for once, it kind of feels like these people were given accurate sentences, in my opinion, for like lying about all this shit. And not paying taxes,
bankruptcy fraud, sure.
Yeah, and the judge said, and I quote, "For a moment, I thought about just giving you probation. I don't honestly believe that you understand or respect the law. I need to send a message. In the eye of the law, it doesn't matter who you are. There are consequences to pay." The judge did stagger their jail time. However, Teresa served hers first and then Joe served his after in order so that someone could care for their 4 daughters the entire time.
Someone's got to pay for their plastic surgery.
All right. I don't have an issue with that. Have one serve it, then the other one serve it, just so someone can take care of the kids.
No, that's nice, actually.
Yeah.
If you sentence 2 parents to jail, that is probably how you should do it. Because making kids a ward of the state is just always a really bad idea.
Absolutely. And
unless they're like, even it sucks because even if kids are in like a really abusive situation, most of the time you take them out of that to just put them in another abusive situation.
No, that's very true.
There are some foster homes that really do want to help people, but there are also a lot of foster homes that are doing it just for the money and will abuse the hell out of those kids.
Yes, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I do think that like in a situation like this where they have the parents split up the jail time, it's completely fine as well because it's not a violent crime.
Yeah,
like if they had murdered,
you know what? Yes, we should put that caveat on what we said. If they murdered somebody together, we don't think they should stagger their jail time.
No, they need to just go to jail, but they just lied about, they did mail fraud. And on January 5th, 2015, Teresa started her 15-month prison sentence. However, she did not spend all those 15 months in prison, and she returned home on December 23rd, 2015, and it was ordered that she complete the rest of her sentence in home confinement, which I do think is bullshit, and I think that it's stupid. She should have spent the entire thing in jail, and she shouldn't have gotten to go home for the holidays and spend time with her family, in my humble opinion.
You can miss one Christmas when you commit a crime.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's like, don't put her away for 5 years.
No.
But, like, you can miss one Christmas because you committed a crime.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that would have been more than fair, but here we are. When she came home, she returned to filming Real Housewives of New Jersey. She didn't lose her job. She's probably making more, and now she's making more money than ever, which is really annoying.
I'm about to say, honestly, the reality, like, Real Housewives of New Jersey was probably like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure they
The producers of that show were like, this fucking rocks.
Yeah.
We're going to do Real Housewives of Prison. This is going to be, we're going to just do this into a spinoff.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to get so much publicity over this, you know, because these shows don't care if the newspapers are calling them awful. They just care that the newspapers are talking about them.
Yeah, that's true.
This is really, like, reality TV is definitely a no press is bad press kind of situation.
Yeah, you're right. And on March 23rd, 2016, Joe Guidice began his 41-month sentence.
That is a pretty long sentence.
That is. How many years is that?
It's just under 4.
Yeah.
It's 7 months under 4, so I guess not just under 4, but it's 3 years and 5 months.
Yeah. In October 2018, the Guidices got very bad news. A judge ordered that Joe was to be deported following his prison sentence, and he would be sent back to Italy.
See, that's fucking shitty. Like, you've been in America since you were 1. You grew up an American, and they're like, hey, we're sending you to Italy. What's he gonna do? He probably doesn't even, he might not even speak Italian, dude.
Yeah. Because he did say something about the kids in an interview I read. He said something about the kids not being able to speak Italian.
So that's kind of shitty, honestly.
I do think it was a little extreme to deport him.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
I didn't find that necessary. But although he appealed 3 times to not be deported, he was sent back to Italy.
And now the producers are freaking out even more. This is awesome. They're like, we're doing the Real Housewives of Venice.
Yeah. And in addition to the 41 months that he served in prison, Joe also served another 7 months in an ICE detention center.
Oh, now I kind of feel bad for this guy, actually.
Meh. He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. They also petitioned Donald Trump to pardon him while he was in office, but this was the only person that Trump didn't pardon, which I do find interesting considering that Teresa did do the Celebrity Apprentice.
I know. He's at that point, right? You've already pardoned so many white-collar criminals.
Oh, yeah. People who did, honestly, people who did worse crimes than this, in my opinion.
So many people. So many people did the worst crimes than this one. He's like, eh. He's like,
they're pardoned. You're pardoned. It's fine.
Who's this? The Guidices? I got to draw the line somewhere.
You're fired. You're going back to Italy.
You're fired.
But, so that is the story of the Guidices, but where are they now? Like, what happened? Did they stay? Did she follow him to Italy? What
probably
happened? Well, between the physical separation because of the prison sentences, rumors of infidelity,
Here it is,
and the deportation, the Guidices' marriage didn't last. When faced with long-distance relationship due to the deportation, the couple decided to separate after 20 years of marriage. The divorce was finalized in September of 2020. Interestingly enough, Joe actually did not receive anything from the divorce because while he was in jail, Teresa paid off all of his debts.
Nice. Also, she signed a prenup. So now you don't get, well, I guess you get the money that she made while you were
What
together.
was also interesting was when she signed the prenup when they first got married, one of her things that was going to void the prenup was if he cheated on her. It was like written in the prenup, if he cheats on me, this is all void.
Huh.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
But Joe now lives in Italy and he has a variety of different businesses going on. Some of these include wholesale furniture, sex toys, and boxing.
What is this man? Like he's so So he's done construction. All right. He's done laundry. He's done pizza. Now he does fucking couches. Boxing? What does that even mean?
He runs boxing shit. Like boxing.
He's a boxing promoter?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he's like, hey, come on in, enjoy the fight. Also, you want to buy some anal beads? Like, what is this man doing?
In his defense, they're women's massagers.
So he only sells vibrators.
Women's massagers.
You telling me that out of all the sex toy market, there's other things. So he's missing out on cock rings. He's missing out on fucking pocket pussies, and he's just over here being like, yeah, I only sell. This guy's weird.
But Joe is also very concerned about his physical appearance and goes to the gym 3 to 4 hours a day.
That's too much.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have anything to do. Teresa, like I said earlier, still a cast member of Real Housewives of New Jersey. And then in July of 2020, she started dating a man named Luis Ruelas. I think that's how you would say his last name. The two became engaged in October of 2021. And then she recently had a bridal shower, despite being 50 years old and established. But what I think is stupid is that I have to wait to get married to have a bridal shower. I'm poor now.
You could just ask people for stuff.
I thought about making a registry for my 30th birthday and posting it on Facebook and being like, here, I'm never getting married. Buy me stuff.
Can I have stuff, please?
Yeah.
I'm so little and poor. Can I have stuff, please?
Yeah.
I will not be giving you anything.
You wouldn't give me anything anyway.
If you were getting married, I'd give you a fucking slap chop or whatever stupid shit you wanted for your marriage. Sure.
Really?
A humidifier, something dumb, something worth between $50 and $100 on your bridal registry. Sure.
But not for me just being poor.
No.
That's fucked up.
Because I'm also just poor. You have to do something to get stuff. That's how things work.
Turning 30.
And you can turn 30 with almost no effort. All you got to do, honestly, is nothing. You just got to survive. That's not doing something. It's actively doing just nothing.
I don't like this about our society. But if you want to spend more than $50 to $100, you can get a cameo from Teresa Guidice for $250.
It's far too expensive. I'm not doing that.
You don't want to pull a Rob Blavojevic and get a cameo?
Nah, his was only $80. I'm not spending more than 3 times the price for Guidice.
Well, we see where your loyalties lie.
Yeah, you're right. I can just see him. I almost hit him with my bike the other day because he was fucking... Rod Blagojevich was running in the fucking bike lane on the wrong side of the streets, and I had to swerve out of his way. I was like, you fucker. I was like, jog on the sidewalk, you idiot.
Oh, my God. These joggers that don't jog on the sidewalk, I could baby shake the shit out of them.
Sometimes when I see him run around, I just want to get off and be like, you got tiny little mothballs. You should listen to our episode, you fuck.
Kishan.
Kichan. Yeah, like, you remember me? I got a cameo from you. He's like, that's the only one I've gotten in the past 4 years.
I mean, I can't imagine very many people are requesting cameos from him.
No.
Way more people are requesting cameos from Teresa Guidice.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Probably.
Well, that all said, I guess the mansions and the facelifts weren't worth it after all. As we see time and time again on White Collars, Red Hands, the wealthy are like us in the sense that they want what they can't have. For the Guidices, lying on documents was a way to get what they could not have until it ultimately destroyed them. This week, we learned a very valuable lesson. If you lie, you'll get deported back to Italy.
Oh, shit. That's what, if I ever have kids, that's what I'm going to tell them.
Hey,
no lying. If you lie, they send you back to Italy. It's not my rule. It's the government's.
Fine. Actually, of all the places to get deported to, Italy wouldn't be too bad.
I mean, yeah, there are worse ones.
Yeah.
It's not great. Their economy's not great.
But the landscapes. Mwah.
Yeah, it's great.
The cannoli.
The violence. Mwah.
Pompeii.
Pompeii's in Italy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're terrible at geography.
I just never knew where Pompeii was, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was just like, it's
Italy.
probably somewhere in Greece.
Oh, wait, was it Greece?
I feel like it's
fuck,
definitely
was it
somewhere
Greece?
around there.
Am I sitting here like, you're an idiot, and then I'm wrong? Italy, I was right.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, that was our episode this week on Teresa Guidice. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to, go back and listen to all of our episodes, we would really appreciate that. We'd love your support.
It was starting to take too long. There's only 76 of them.
Yeah, a really good long road trip.
Yeah, it's literally like, I looked at this the other day. There's something like 68 hours of our voices on the internet. You could sit down and listen to nothing but us talk for almost 3 whole days. You could go on one long meth binge and do nothing but listen to all of the episodes of White Collars Red.
Please don't do that.
Oh, yeah, we're not saying do it. I'm just saying that you could do it.
That's a lot of our voices.
Yeah. Also, you'd probably get way too paranoid if you were on the meth, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't listen to podcasts about financial crime when you're on meth.
I've never done meth. Please
Well,
don't
neither
do
have
meth.
I, but I'm just assuming.
Okay, anyways, if you want to support us, please don't do meth. Also...
Yeah, it does not support us directly.
No, it
we're
does
not sponsored by
directly.
meth.
Yes. No, Sudafed does not sponsor us, but if they wanted to, they could. Don't you make
guess,
meth
man.
from Sudafed?
Yeah.
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 I got to show my ID every time I buy it.
I don't get Sudafed, man.
I think I've bought it twice.
Fucks with your nose.
Anyways, so does meth. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, free ways to support us. You can support us by following us on all of our social media. Facebook.com/WhiteCollarsRedHands, our Twitter @WhiteCollarsPod, our Instagram @WhiteCollars_RedHands. We are on TikTok @WhiteCollarsRedHands. Excuse me, I keep burping today. I can't help it. You know what? It's all
the mozzarella.
Shut the fuck up. It's not, no, it's not. I had a salad with fish on it before I got here. Healthy.
It's making you burp though. So.
Anyways, it was the cabbage that was in it. Okay. Anyways, those are the free ways to support us. Another free way to support us is if you hear about a white collar crime and you're like, oh my God, I would love it if Nina and Kashan were to cover that. You can send it over to our email at whitecollarsredhands@gmail.com.
We're out of ideas. Send us yours.
Please. You can also rate us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It can help us get pushed into people's algorithms. We would love that. We would also love it if you supported us in unfree ways, like buying our merch. You can go to our website, all the W's, whitecollarsredhands.com. Click on the little tab that says merch, and then head on over to TeePublic and buy your tea or your hoodie or your coffee mug. Whatever you want. White Collars Red Hand gear. We have it for you.
I'm meaning to get one of those. I got to pick one of those up. The White Collars Red Hands coffee mugs.
I have one.
I got to get a couple and just have them here. We can drink out of them.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
I always leave it at my house though.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Recommend us?
Oh yeah. Another free way to support us is tell your friends. Don't hide your kids. Don't hide your wife from our beautiful voices. Tell everybody about us. Spread us like the plague.
Yeah.
Please.
Spread us like the plague at the Guidices' wedding.
Yeah. Exactly. Like the black lung. Well.
The black lung is coal miners.
What did they have?
It's the Black Death.
Black Death.
Yeah.
Spread us like the Black Death. Be a little rat. Go bite your friend and...
Yersinia pestis, bro.
I don't even... Okay, we gotta stop. This
It's the causative agent of plague.
We're just getting too weird.
Everyone forgets that I would know that, so I gotta bring it up.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. We gotta stop. All right.
Play us out, Johnny.
Oh, God. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on another episode of White Collars,
Red Hands.